Hello, Mr. Minnick. Helping students learn the code currently included with Python Console Game version 2. The demo program that I provided to you here at this webpage address, and that has an output in the black console window, similar to this, where you can move around a mouse emoji with arrow keys on a game board. One of the easiest sort of upgrades or changes you can make to this project is to change the size of the board. Currently, when you study the code, in the top of the program, in the constants area, we typically put constants at the top of our program so that other coders and developers can find them easily. And one of the constants here is board width. In algebra, we often have variables named x, but that is not very helpful as a name because you might not know what the x represents. So in this case, board width is very clear, and there are no spaces in that name, so it's legal. You cannot have spaces in the name of a constant or a variable. But by setting it equal to a number other than 10, perhaps 20, and while we're at it, the board height could be, say, the number 15. And when I run the program, we do have a board of a different size. So that is one or two changes that you can easily make to this demo program, changing the board width and height. Now, some of these constants are worth changing and some are not. I would not want to change the color blue because the number 4 here, 34 specifically, is what causes the color blue to be the print color, and you can't really change that and still have it be blue. For example, right now, if I were to change this white to blue, now because I know what I'm doing here, I know that this will work. You wouldn't necessarily know that. But when I run the program now, I should have, when I run the program now, it's glitching out for some reason because of the server, but you see blue text, and that's not what I wanted, so I'm changing this back, obviously, to white. So yeah, you can make other changes that you may or may not understand, but 10, or the board width and the board height can be changed. You can also change, of course, the developer's name to your name, perhaps John Doe. You can change the title of this to something interesting like help mouse hunt. The mouse hunts for cheese, perhaps. So now when we run the program, we have a different name. We have a different name there. The instructions, if you want to change the wording there, just make sure it doesn't take more than one line. For certain reasons, we can't have this be too lengthy. What's in the double quotes there for instructions. And other simple changes that you can make to the values of the constants at the top of the program in the constant section are the player that's icon or token that's being used. Currently, the player, what I sometimes call the player token, the player is currently a mouse. From import emoji, which is up here in the import section, import emoji. And the player is a mouse currently, but if you put a hashtag comment marker in front of that and take away one of the other hashtags that I included, I now will have a red heart as my player icon when I run the program next. Instead of a player heart icon, I could choose to have the letter M show up, perhaps in the color red, because I had red to the left of the M. We now have a red M. If you want a blue M, you could change that red to blue in all capital letters. Because blue was defined right here, I should have a blue M if the program runs correctly. And the other changes that you can make, boundary detection mode. Also in the variables area, which is very close to the constants area of the program, boundary detection, according to the green comments here, boundary detection mode can be toggled from true to false by typing false here with a capital F. You are now not starting the project out in boundary detection mode. You're saying, I don't want boundaries. So now when you run the program, as you can see here, when I rerun the program here, it will allow me to get out of the borders of the game and not cause my character to die and have a game over. Right now it's just running a little slowly, but we should soon see here the fact that I can get out of the boundaries and not really be punished with a game loss. I'm going to show you in closing what it looked like a second ago with boundary mode set equal to true, which is, I guess, the more traditional mode so that you actually can obey the rules of the game. And when you hit one of these boundaries, it ends the game and presents you with a game's over message. Have fun changing some of the values on the right-hand side of the equal symbols in these top two sections of the program named constants, and also in the area named variables. Have a great day.